Harry!
Seinfuck.
Let's say you guys go to In-N-Out and order a thing of animal fries, right?
Okay.
How would you take it, omen-wise, as a portentous event, if a quarter of the potato was left in your animal fries?
Like a full quarter of they didn't when they were doing the press down thing, you just got the heel. I think I'd die. I think I would suspect slightly that I was going to die that day.
You think so?
Yeah, because there's a lot of things have to happen for that to go wrong. Right?
I think it was just negligence on the fry boys' part.
Sure. But they have to not stamp it down all the way. They have to literally put it in the fryer as opposed to the trash. And then they have to salt it and then pour cheese and the dressing on it. Oh, that's 4 different intersections where someone could have been, oh, let's not have a heel of potato in here.
Granted, however, I think the In-N-Out Club merchants there were kind to give me that heel of the potato. I think it was a good omen.
I think the universe knew you needed to win because you're getting a really big loss soon.
Just want to congratulate the Vancouver Canucks.
Listen, I don't eat In-N-Out very often. I don't know if they always come out with perfect fries or if this is, as Harper was alluding to.
I've never had this happen in all of my years of going to In-N-Out.
Never.
Okay, so you're saying that standards are falling.
Yeah, we pay them $22 an hour out here, so.
Yeah, it's it's a lot. If it's not, it's $22.50.
Wait, you're complaining about? You're like, these fast food workers are making too much money.
So much. Yeah, a little bit, huh?
No, what?
I haven't gotten a pay raise since I got out of college.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should be working at In-N-Out. All right.
I still make more than this is not worth a discussion.
You still make more.
I know you're not supposed to have any hard nose in improv, but who gives a shit?
This isn't an improv. This is a conversation between 3 friends.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think it's a good
and
omen.
their producer, who's their enemy,
our arch enemy.
Hey,
Yes,
Sasha,
well.
dude, just give a villain speech quickly, just like
you have to end it on your best maniacal laughter.
Puts a evil organ in the background as well.
Some thunder as well,
Yeah.
and maybe do one of the do 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 do.
if you wanted to do the monologue with a Dracula voice, you're more than welcome to, but it's optional.
Yeah.
Those boys think they got the best of me, but I am still in control of the NSFW fan submission page.
If I had a fucking villain monologue like that, I can just picture it going I'm trying to be evil, but I only have an apartment instead of a high-rise castle or whatever. And
It's hard to be a villain out of a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah.
I'm fat and my cape is too small, and the organ's playing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
You get a big mustard stain on.
You sound.
You get a very visible T-back undershirt or A-frame undershirt.
Your villain origin story is that of you were a spurned Savannah Bananas fan. That's what it sounds like.
You've got gym shorts and slides on.
I would love to be the villain for the Savannah Bananas. I'm up in the stands scheming, just how dare they play hockey instead of baseball today.
You're the Washington Generals will beat the Harlem Globetrotters one of these days.
Thanks to my evil scheme, the Harlem Globetrotters will never win a game again.
The Washington Generals win games. I just want to make that clear. They won 374 games.
That's the point of the Harlem Globetrotters. They always win.
Yeah, they always win.
No, they don't. They lose sometimes.
It's like the wrestling of basketball.
They lose. This is your villain story. You're no, I swear, guys, they lose. I mean,
and you can look it up.
He goes on to
Wikipedia.
It's 800 to nothing.
There's 33,000 games and only 800 or something where the Washington Generals won. But it's still funny to imagine being at one of the games where the Harlem Globetrotters don't win.
It's actually, yeah, it's really funny. I mean, you guys were in fucking Scooby-Doo. What the fuck?
You go up to him just like, that's my fucking parlay. That's for your anytime shot maker.
I just like the idea of like the Harlem Globetrotters play in Philly and they lose to the Washington Generals, and then like in typical Philly fashion, they throw batteries at the Harlem Globetrotters.
Hits that one with the afro and it just sticks in there.
It bounces.
They're in the bus being like, faster, faster, anything to get us to New Jersey. And it's just like, watch, look out, an overpass.
Just a bunch of people in hockey jerseys and hoodies, just chucking 12 volts at them.
Yeah, Pens fans, Flyers fans, coming together in this one thing.
Yeah. Well, your villain origin story ends with you becoming gritty. Like you get like pushed to a spot. And you're like, come out, you're like,
it's like his Joker origin story, but he just becomes gritty.
I've seen people who did not like hockey at all get told about gritty on Twitter, and they're like, I'll check out a game. And then in a few weeks, they're like, that is not goalie interference.
Isn't it supposed to be like canon that Gritty is related to Grimace?
Is he? Well, I know like in, I don't know what's happening down south, but in Canada, they've got the Grimace Shake. They've got the Grimace Shake.
The Grimace Shake is such old news.
We got it. I don't know if it's like they brought back. Like, I don't know if like them bringing the Grimace Shake back is a sign of like when they bring back like the McRib, that means pork prices are an all-time low.
Yeah, maybe I could see that.
I need the Gritty Shake out in Philly.
Oh, just for all our McDonald's enjoyers, just as an aside, the Shamrock Shake sucks ass. Stop trying to make me drink it every fucking March. Go away.
You just hate mint.
No,
mint.
I like mint. I like mint chocolate because I'm a real fucking person.
Sasha, please put a raucous crowd booing Robert's opinion here. That is not a good opinion.
Fuck you.
It's just mint. Everyone, like, that's what it is.
Mint ice cream is tasty without the chocolate as well.
No, you need the chocolate.
No, mint is a great flavor. An underrated flavor.
It's actually a very underrated.
Tastes like toothpaste.
See, he's done it again. He's done that thing that everyone does when they don't want to explain that they don't like mint.
I've fallen for a classic Polish ruse.
Well, anyway. I've just learned an incredible thing on Twitter yesterday. I follow some Pirates fans. Incidentally, there's a lot of Steel City motherfuckers here in Phoenix, and one of them just happens to follow the Pirates. Tweeted a picture of hashtag Fursuit Friday, the trend that often trends on Twitter on Friday, to everyone's dismay. Fursuit Friday, and it said "Cooch bomb incoming, CUTCH," and the reply was Andrew McCutchen hitting a home run at Wrigley. And I sent this to Robert and I said, what is the correlation here?
Between fursuits and McCutchen.
And Robert, he went to work immediately and pulled to me this MLB.com story. How McCutchen summons, quote, the power of Anthrocon. Did you know?
I don't even know where this is going down. I don't even know what path this is going down. I'm like,
it's going down a dark path.
Oh my God.
Read the article.
Read the article.
Oh, you'll let me? Okay.
He won't let me.
The tweet arrives on the timeline like clockwork. It's a tweet that sparks incomprehensible joy to a subset of extremely online baseball fans, anticipating it every Friday. Furries. Italicized. Over roughly the last decade, Andrew McCutchen has tweeted that one iconic word when a Pirates homestand coincides with Anthrocon, one of the largest furry conventions in the world. And whenever Anthrocon rolls around, McCutchen shows out. Quote from McCutchen. The power of furries, McCutchen said. The power of Anthrocon. Something about it. I guess I can't explain it, man. It's awesome. The weekend's not over. Keep it going. The term for furry, in short, in short, references a community of people with an interest in anthropomorphized animals. Did you guys know that? Or animals with human features.
I did know that. I did unfortunately know that.
Yeah, we've talked about it, yep.
When McCutchen tweets furries, he's typically referring to members of the community who dress in full costume, equipped with masks and bodysuits. Gianna, my youngest, told me about it today, said manager Derek Shelton. We were driving to breakfast. She said, "Did you see Kutch's tweet about the furries?" And I was like, "No," as we were driving in silence.
That's not what it said.
Seeing a bunch of furries. I got a dissertation on furries. This poor guy. So it's enormously funny to me, and I'm assuming to anybody with a functioning brain, that a baseball player for the Pittsburgh Pirates homers specifically when he's like had his dick touched by someone in a mascot costume, or is about to get his dick touched by someone in a mascot costume, or is simply thinking about getting his dick touched by someone in a mascot costume. He's up at bat thinking of like Crystal from Star Fox Adventures, batting like 312 or whatever he's at right now.
419.
The furries must be stopped.
This man is sustained by the powers of furries cheering him on at baseball.
Maybe there's something to this.
Ridiculous.
Arizona Diamondbacks, please write me in with your interest in anthropomorphicon.
Yeah.
I will see to it that such an event is brought here if it gets your averages up to 400. Please, I have lost 3 straight parlays.
Yeah.
We're desperate.
Harper, you're really living up to this, like, I'm the villain of the Savannah Bananas origin that I've come up with. My headcanon, like,
I am losing everything.
It's like, I'm losing my mind. Please, Andrew McCannon, please, I need you to leave the Pittsburgh Pirates and join the Savannah.
Arizona Diamondbacks.
We're not going to see each other for like 15 years, and you're going to come out looking like Kevin Smith, Harper, and I'm not going to be okay with that.
Kevin Smith, like emaciated, still wearing the extra large clothing he bought.
He's still wearing the shit like you're supposed to like be a few 100 pounds overweight.
Yeah. Isn't that funny about him? I don't know. He's so up his own ass and everything, but like, you think it's what's that medication that Drake took to lose the weight and get
Ozempic.
You think he's doing Ozempic, or you think that he's just gotten old?
I think he had a triple bypass and probably a lap band.
Yeah, I think he had lap band because he had that heart attack and then he lost all that weight. And then, like any good celebrity, instead of crediting the drugs for losing the weight, he was like, "I became vegan." And you're like, I'm like, guys, the first one of you to admit that you're doing copious amounts of steroids and Ozempic, you're going to do well. You're going to like
be fine.
You're going to be, everyone's going to be like, you're the best Chris, even if your name's not Chris.
It's whatever his name from Reacher, the fact that he was just straight up like, "Oh yeah, I do human growth hormones. Or I do testosterone. I have to, because if I didn't, I couldn't be this big."
You're going to tell me that Jake Gyllenhaal in Roadhouse is natty? Get real.
He is so fake. It's ridiculous. I think that's the first thing my mom said when she saw the trailers.
That
for
guy
that
is
video.
jacked to the gills.
It's not real. Hollywood is fake.
My man has more horse hormones than human hormones.
Monkey, if we're lucky.
Oh, I believe we're lucky. You know, I just found out there's a Yakub graphic novel.
A Yakub, as in like the sons of Yakub?
The story of Yakub.
What's the story of Yakub?
We've talked about it before. The
just a brief summation.
I just want you to
invented white people. Catch up, Malcolm.
I know. I just wanted you guys to say it again so Sasha can get mad at you two and not me.
You are in no risk
for repeating content.
We are not repeating content. There's
You're
a graphic novel. We never heard about this.
This is new content. This is a new piece in the puzzle.
So is this like, the graphic novel for the Bible, which is like the art is weirdly good for it?
Yeah. It's like they have like a lot of really good cross hatching and stuff. And I don't know if there's like, you've seen it, but there's a meme where a bunch of like really like horrific looking white people with butt chins and like perfect blonde hair and square jaws are like, "Let's kill all the black people." There's a bunch of white people with one speech bubble above them that says "agreed."
Oh no!
Oh no! I don't like that
graphic novel.
I don't like that at all.
It's a graphic novel.
Yeah, and it's
produced
really
by
funny.
someone interesting.
Some guys get all the luck. They get a cool father who will encourage them to go to sports games.
Yeah, you have a cool dad. Parents are still together.
He's living the dream.
Harper, what are your
still alive?
If I gotta say, if your supervillain arc is you basically pulling a Kevin Smith but screaming at sports teams, what are your henchmen? What do they look like?
They look like people stupid enough to listen to what I have to say.
So YouTube following.
Yeah. Fucking whoever jumps on this bandwagon is suspect to begin with. True.
They're the people who reply fire emojis to your like minute-long reel on Instagram when you complain about the Oilers.
This is what the headline of this episode is. Robert Delilah cut.
You know what? Accurate.
Yeah.
We're cut kings on this podcast.
I wanted to.
Are we cut kings? Or are we all?
We're
cut
all
kings?
cut kings. Sasha, our producer, isn't though, so that's why he didn't join on this recording.
He's uncut, and that's why he's the producer and not on-air talent. Sasha, rebuttal?
More nerve endings, more pleasure.
All right, that's
Thanks,
what.
Sasha.
Never
Appreciate
mind.
it.
Who cares?
I don't appreciate it. Are you? If you have boys, are they getting cut? Are you passing the?
Well, I want their dicks to look like mine, don't I?
Don't you get it? It happened to my grandpappy had it, and then my grandpa, then my papa, then me. So of course I'm gonna circumcise you. All right, that's just the way it is.
Frankly,
I actually
women who don't know the difference prefer the cut dicks. It's
You'll
true.
never know the difference. You'll never feel the difference because you're too young.
Because your nerves are too dumb and dead on the end of your dick.
An uncut Chad versus the cut Chad. I should say the virgin uncut versus the Chad cut, because imagine the uncut man in bed moaning on top of a woman because he feels it. Moaning because he's in a sexual euphoria.
Women shouldn't know
Disgusting.
you're into them, and they shouldn't know you're enjoying sex with them.
I'm grimacing the entire time. My hands are balled into fists at my side.
I look like Patrick Bateman. I'm flexing in the mirror, and that's it.
I could swing on her at any time, because honestly, this doesn't feel much different than jerking off.
Listen, I'm doing the DiCaprio. I'm wearing sunglasses indoors. I'm lying down.
Blasting
You're
Kanye.
gonna get on top of me, and then I'm gonna be watching Sports Center in the background.
I'm going to be watching Sports Center, listening to fucking Jay-Z, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there being like, I should have married Kate Winslet. I don't know what I did wrong. I fucked up.
I don't even think they ever dated.
Like snaps and someone brings a big piece of drywall over and he punches through it and then goes back to his routine.
No, he presses a button on his nightstand, and like a little intern brings over like a Diet Coke. He got the idea from Trump.
That button is so funny. I'll never get tired of that.
Never going to.
I'll never get tired of remembering that Donald Trump had a button expressly for getting a Diet Coke brought to him.
That's a good question. What would you guys get if you became president and you had a button in the Oval Office that could get you pretty much like anything you wanted? What would be like, the thing you'd get? Like if Trump had Diet Coke, what would you have?
Beer.
What kind?
Coors Banquets.
Oh, cheers, brother. Hell
it's a
yeah. The
banky
new
boy.
can design is
Got a banky
incredible.
boy. It
Is that
is.
the champagne of beers?
It is.
It's delicious.
It is actually really good. It's my favorite macro.
It's actually
brew.
a good beer. Let's be real.
It's my favorite
a lot
macro brew.
there's a lot of like, there's a reason why certain beers are everywhere, and it's because they're pretty palatable, and you could just drink them, and sometimes you just want that on like a hot sunny day.
Except for if it's Mick Ultra. If you drink Mick Ultra, you are a fucking pussy. Get the fuck out of my
You drink
country.
Mick Ultra? When's your period? Let me know.
Because I won't
Honestly,
fuck you.
Are you
But
ovulating? I think I can smell it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Harper.
In Hobby Lobby versus the United States government, I found out corporations are people, and those people have feelings. And
That's
Bud Light,
Citizens United.
against Citizens United. Oh,
It's not against Citizens United. The decision is called Citizens United.
yeah. Well, I'm not united in their decision making. I want to say that right now.
You know, Malcolm, God forbid someone with a hobby have a lobby, okay?
Yeah. How fucking dare you?
I remember the first time I like really clocked them as like, oh, they're everywhere. I was down in like Bellingham, Washington, and I was just driving down the highway, and I looked over to the side. I'm like, oh my god, it's a real company. Like it's a real thing.
Yeah, they're fucking
I just assumed
everywhere.
it was like a small like organization that like one of those like conservative think tanks were like, we're gonna pluck you and make
they're
you like
Home Depot almost.
They're great. Hobby Lobby's awesome.
they're Christian Home Depot.
Well,
Have
no,
you-
Home Depot is already very Christian.
Are they? I
Yeah.
remember this whole campaign, which actually in hindsight was really sad, which was like when Home Depot would do commercials being like, hey, I'm an Olympic swimmer and I also work at Home Depot.
Oh,
Like, do you remember those ones? Or it'd be like,
no, what
and you're
the
like,
fuck?
and the whole time they're like, we support our athletes. We give them good paying jobs. And I'm like, in hindsight, you're like, oh man, that fucking sucks.
Fucking sucks.
You win a gold medal, and then like the next week you're like, selling light fixtures here at the old Home Depot.
Can I help you find something?
Did your
Aren't
Home
your
Depot-
parents supposed to be rich? Isn't that how Olympic athletes work?
Yeah, well now they do. But I was going to ask, did your Home Depots back in the day also pair up with like a random fast food chain just to have them in the stores?
No.
No. Home Depot is not
Yeah, hot dog
not a
guy,
food place. You
anything.
can't get food at the
Yeah,
Home
there
Depot.
was food at all the Home Depots back in the day. Like
What?
like for me, yeah, there's a I don't know if they have them in the States, but there was like I guess it still exists, but there's like a fast food chain called Harvey's. Harvey's, they're known for their.
Are you talking about Hardee's, the
No.
Carl's Jr. thing?
No, Harvey's. This is definitely Canadian. HARVEYS.
What do they serve at Harvey's?
They
Broccoli
make char-broiled burgers, if I remember correctly.
in the middle of Home Depot.
And they used to be in every Home Depot.
I'm just wondering, I don't know, at Home Depot, what could you possibly be doing that makes you stop and go, I'm hungry? Like, you're at a fucking Walmart, I understand it, because the fucking fluorescent lighting and vast consumerist atmosphere of shopping in a warehouse does beckon to your sense of needing to fill your pie hole with the nearest unhealthy sponge that you could possibly stuff in it.
Yeah, because I remember my mom would have to like take me and my brother and be like, oh, I gotta go get like supplies for like, a little home like, reno project. And then the reward was going to Home Depot and then getting a Harvey's burger.
Really?
Yeah. So like, and that's the thing. Like I've never really seen I've seen like one or two Harveys outside of a Home Depot, but I was just like, was this like a Canadian thing? Like, why were these Harveys in Home
It
Depot?
had to be a Canadian thing because Harper, back me up here. I can never remember food being in Home Depot.
No, if anything, there was a hot dog guy outside of Home Depot selling hot dogs, but it didn't look like he was supposed to be there all the time.
No, he was like in like a trailer or something like that. He looked like he was renting.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make way more sense. But like, no, they had like a whole section where it was just like, it almost looked like it could have been a coffee shop, but instead they like put in a little Harvey's, like a little fast food burger place.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't.
To eat at a Home Depot seems wrong.
No, I want to say that right now. It's a confounding business. Because yeah, like when you were saying before, like, oh, a guy selling hot dogs out front, that makes sense. Like you're buying pallets of wood. You're like, I'm a little hungry. Get a hot dog.
I'll grab a dog.
Yeah, grab a dog. You can eat in your car.
There's some mustard and some onions on that. Kind of like Costco.
Yeah, like Costco. They used to have one of my favorite hot dog guys in Vancouver who no longer, I don't know, I think he retired or died, but he used to be parked out front
What's
of,
the difference? Sorry.
he used to be parked out front of Best Buy. Like he was up front of Best Buy, and that was always a good time.
I kind of want to be the hot dog Best Buy guy. I bet you'd get in some interesting conversations.
Yeah. And then when the Best Buy became Bed Bath & Beyond, he tried sticking around, but I think the clientele wasn't there.
Not the same. Different clientele. And now Bed Bath & Beyond is gone.
The guys buying Xbox 360 games, the kids buying those games are not the same ones buying pillows from Bed Bath & Beyond.
No, they're not the people buying towel sets aren't immediately, let's get some hot dog grease on this.
I just bought a new duvet cover. I need a weenie
I'm feeling
right now.
a bit hungry. I'll take a little extra mustard on there. Oh, sure.
What's your position?
You got 3 kinds of mustards? Oh, gosh, darn, lucky me.
Dijon, yellow, and
Real quick, what's your position on the cheddarwurst situation? Do you like them? Cheddarwurst.
Ooh.
The hot dog with the cheese inside.
I don't hate it. I like Smokies more.
No, just put cheese on top of a hot dog. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, see, cheese inside the hot dog is kind of wrong to me.
Do you not have Smokies? Do you never eat Smokies?
You're just gonna bring up different Canadian fast food restaurants that we don't have down here?
Smokies are like a type of hot dog.
What are Smokies? What are Smokies? Stop trying to gaslight us, Malcolm. What are Smokies?
It's like a sausage. It's like seasoned, like usually pork and beef, and then they sometimes
have cheese inside of it.
They sometimes have cheese inside of it. Other times they don't.
What do you think of the ones that have cheese inside of them?
They're also Smokies. Like that's just like a different
That doesn't make
variation.
sense.
That's not what I asked.
What?
I didn't ask if they were Smokies or not. I asked if you liked them.
If you like the ones with cheese inside, Malcolm.
I didn't hate them. That was when I was a kid.
No
they were
one
a nice
said
treat.
that. We asked if you liked them.
I guess I don't like them because I haven't eaten them in years. But like
Doesn't make sense.
But when I was a kid, I guess yes. As a kid with my child
As a kid, I'm pretty sure we all like the cheesy weenie. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I
now,
ate probably like 2 pounds of goldfish an entire summer.
I'm holding in my hand.
Wait, you
Malcolm.
ate 2 pounds of goldfish in
A day
one summer?
over an entire summer.
Okay, a day. I was like over an entire summer. I'm going. That's not the brag you
That's
think.
not
it
a lot of
is.
goldfish. No, 2 pounds like a day, like a Costco size things. I just shovel it and play World of Warcraft.
And yet he never gained a single pound. Some people get all the luck.
Did you ever have a version of a Smoky? Like, is that? I thought that was an American thing too.
I don't know what the difference between a Smoky is and a normal fucking.
We're not
hot
getting
dog,
into
Malcolm.
we need to get to the bottom of this, Malcolm. I have a regular Smoky in my hand, okay?
What is he holding?
I have a cheese Smoky. Which Smoky are you going to select?
And I've got a normal fucking Heinz fucking.
You know what? I'm choosing the cheddar cheese Smoky. I think this cheddar Smoky is a little better.
I don't know what to say.
Listen, I'll send you some photographs so you know I'm not just gaslighting you.
You're gaslighting
Thank you.
us. It's your main fucking hobby.
They even have little cocktail Smokies. They have little cocktail Smokies.
What are the difference between these and normal fucking hot dogs?
They just are better seasoned, and they probably have a higher quality of meat.
There's literally no difference between these and hot dogs. I have had cocktail weenies.
I was thinking it's not a brand, but it was like a particular kind of hot dog that was separate from.
No, it is a kind of hot dog. Here's another brand.
The brand is called Smokies, Malcolm.
No, the brand is called President's Choice of the photo. Here's another one. Oh, look. Is that, guess what? Another brand of Smoky. This time there's Harvest.
Like 8 different labels on
there's
this.
Schneider's. All right. Like listen, I can find, Hillshire Farm, another brand of Smoky.
What is this conspiracy? I'm pretty sure that you are just getting hot dogs. See, those are little Smokies. Those are literally what I was just talking about. And I've had
so you know what a Smoky is.
I've had little Smokies. That's the only exposure to any kind of Smoky.
Okay,
I've ever had.
so in America they're little, but in Canada we've supersized them in a very shocking reverse course in terms of how we consume food. Usually we're going small and you're going big, but in the case of Smokies, we're going big and you guys are little.
Canada noted wiener smokers.
Yeah,
we all know it.
Noted wiener smokers, Canada.
We've been known, actually.
Noted wiener smokers is the name of this episode, by the way.
Wiener smokers. That's a good one. I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay.
I went to a baseball game pretty recently, you know.
Yeah. How was it?
Well, it was good. It's just I want you guys to guess how much one of these, right? It's a commemorative cup, right?
Yeah.
And one of these, a commemorative popcorn bucket, costs
$35.
Unbelievable. He's like some sort of psychic tally machine.
Yeah. Or he went to the
guess-
game.
I did not go to the game.
No, Robert's a Padres fan.
How off was I?
No, you were on. That's
Really?
almost
I was
exactly
actually
what it
on?
was.
Awesome.
It's
Cool.
like 34-21 or something like that.
Awesome. Fucking incredible.
It's incredible. Your skill for mercantile never ceases to amaze me, Robert.
That sounds like a minor dig. It just sounds like, oh, good job. This is something you normally do.
Oh, your abilities in corralling and extortion never cease to amaze me.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Let me wake up and order some orange juice, and you can tell me how much it costs.
Holding the glass, and you're just like $3.55, and he's just like, that's fucking unbelievable.
It's fucking incredible. Hey, hold this. How much is this
your
newspaper
entire job
cost?
with the mafia?
I retire from my job in the mafia just because I can look at something and tell you how much it costs.
It's the only reason the Don keeps you around.
How much is this pound of Coke, Robert?
These are my capos. Now, Robert, why don't you tell him how much all these drugs on the table is worth?
Well, it's probably good. $160,000 there, Mom.
You roll your eyes back, Robert.
Mom? Did you just call the Don Mom?
I just called the Don Mom. I did a mom thing with the Don.
You just call me your freaking mother?
No, I swear.
I'm gonna send you back to your
I
mom.
know you see me as a maternal figure.
Just him and all of his capos staring at you. I think you should leave.
but don't you need me to tell you how much those drugs are worth?
No.
No.
No, I don't need that no more.
What? I feel like it's about time for a user submission.
No, we got a couple more minutes. So
This one's going to take a bit.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. Oh, there was a video I wanted to share.
Okay, talk about it and then we can get on it.
No. We have to. I'm gonna make you watch the video because it shocked me. You might have seen it. But I don't know. I've never heard you two talk about it. Just to put in, the only thing you need to know is this is actress Kirstie Alley.
And I got there, and my sister and I, we were all sitting in this waiting room, and we were sobbing. And as I'm crying, I said, my sister's here, and I wasn't looking at her, but I said, where were they going? And she said, to a Halloween party. And I said, what were they dressed as? Why would you ask this? Why would you? And she said, the Odd Couple. And I said, oh. And I'm thinking, what Odd Couple? Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon? Well, what were their costumes exactly? She said Mom was a black girl and Dad was a Ku Klux Klan member. We started laughing. And the whole family, I guess, had heard this conversation, and we all started laughing.
Oh, God.
And it was the greatest tribute that you could give my mother. Do you know
That's
that?
ridiculous.
So I found this on and they said I could give you 1,000 tries to guess how Kirstie Alley's parents were dressed when they died in a car accident, and you wouldn't get it right.
There's a scene at the beginning of the novel American Gods where his wife dies blowing his best friend, and she shoulders the car shift. I would rather die like that than win a KKK outfit and blackface.
How do you know? How do you know that they didn't?
Oh my God, you're just kidding. Shoulder the stick.
That is probably the funniest way you could imagine dying, though, is like being A, in blackface, or B, wearing a Klans member outfit, participating in fucking...
And C, while blowing somebody.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. First of all, I would, if my parents died like that, there is no way in hell I would have ever admitted that to anyone.
No.
You couldn't waterboard
CIA
that.
could not extort that out of me. That's true.
That's the thing. Yeah, that was, and I'm going...
You'd see me the next day, I would have no fucking fingernails and be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about your parents, Robert. Yes, they were dressed perfectly normal.
It also is hilarious because she's telling this to, like, Barbara Walters, who just has to sit there with a straight face and be like, oh...
World-class interviewer Barbara Walters.
Just like Eminem's gay on our show. You ever seen the interview?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The beginning part of that movie is the best and only good part of that movie, where Eminem's on a fucking like 60 minutes type beat.
Wasn't the whole thing, the joke was that he was just gay?
Yeah,
that was
he just comes
joke.
out casually as a homosexual, and Seth Rogen and James Franco or whatever are like, Eminem's gay on our show. Eminem's gay on our show.
Oh, the producers of this episode, of that like interview, were going like, "My God, we got it. we got it. We have the clip."
His parents are in blackface on our show.
They died in blackface in a Klan outfit.
The Odd Couple. I love how that's the very like demure way they describe their outfit. The Odd Couple.
yeah, you know, The Odd Couple, and you're like, oh, I love that she's like, oh, like Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, which is like, you know, great callback, but also I'm going like
very dated.
yeah, well, the interview is obviously from like the 80s or 90s,
like the 80s or 90s.
It's probably around. Here's the thing that's craziest about it. It's probably around the time when she was on Cheers. So like.
It's just you're the whatever guy, the guy who got this the short spin-off show for like a season, the guy at the end of the bar, and he's just like, so I hear your parents died.
I would have written that into the sitcom so quickly. I'd be like, episode. We have an episode. I have, you know,
we have a Kids' Choice Award special about racism. Let's do this.
Yeah, like I love that she was at least laughing about it. Like it wasn't like this, because like and for me it'd be a great shame. I'd be like, why did my parents dress up as that and then they had to die?
I mean, I feel like we covered it quite well with that. We just you couldn't get it out of us. I wouldn't even tell Harper. I tell Harper everything.
Yeah. No, you would. Yeah, until you're desperate for content for this podcast, you're like, I got a story I got to tell.
all right.
No. But here's the thing. It made me also think about like all the people who must have died at like going to Halloween or costume parties and just being like what would, like, outside of this, what would be like another like outfit you'd be like, please, I don't want you to know.
The inflatable penis. You know?
I think right now a cringe costume. One would be dying in one of those, you know, like
T-Rex ones? Yeah. I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah, that one would be bad. It'd be like, oh, you know, my dad was following a trend. He was a T-Rex.
Not only was it really funny the way he died, it was also super unoriginal.
Yeah, he just suffocated. He just like carbon monoxide.
Well, he would have lived if not for the T-Rex costume.
Yeah,
he cut off his oxygen in his last moments alive.
He couldn't reach for the handle.
The jaws of life couldn't save
you
him.
get into a very minor car accident, but because you're wearing the costume, it like chokes you out.
Strangle, you die, you pass out and die of carbon monoxide poisoning.
I can see this on like I Think You Should Leave or something.
Oh,
it's like a CSI crime scene investigation, and he's playing the sunglasses guy.
Oh yeah, David Caruso.
Like, what happened to him? He's just like, his arms were too little to reach for the exit hatch.
Yeah, that's good. I gotta say, it's a little like, I don't think there's a more embarrassing outfit than the Odd Couple.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
The generous way of saying the Odd Couple. Also, if Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon were alive at this point in the interview, I'd be so upset with that. You're like, my work, all my hard work I've done.
I'm an American institution, you bitch. Your parents died racist.
Yeah, they died racist, and I'm pretty sure they were Scientologists too. So,
well, that just goes without saying.
But I stumbled on that clip, and I was like, I've got to share it with you too.
No, that's great.
My mind.
Can we get a round of applause for Malcolm sharing?
Yeah, thank you.
Sharing
is caring.
Thank you.
And Sasha, feel free to put your own quick little response in as well.
I'm gonna die dressed as Mookie from Do the Right Thing. Sans blackface. Okay, Spike Lee.
Yeah, what do you think your parents would have died as? Because someone who is known in a very famous picture as Man Number 2.
Yeah, that would be like, if like Justin Trudeau was driving home from that party and then he got into a car crash. It'd be like
immortal. What an immortal picture.
Pierre's sons.
Wow, I wish he used one of his wishes to save himself.
Well, like very famously. Justin Trudeau's brother like died like in like an avalanche, like he went missing in the woods.
Ooh.
And so it'd be like very funny. It's like Pierre Trudeau. It's like his two sons. The one son who died like, you know, kind of in this avalanche, and the other son car crash. We don't talk about it. I need no more further details.
It's a terrible tragedy. What's happened to him?
We don't talk about the party he was at when he was in the car crash.
No, nor which school it was at.
It was Burns. He
graduated from there.
He was very badly burned. He was very badly burned. There was no fire.
Badly burned. Okay, here's a user submission. Let's get into this. So this is someone who would like to be addressed on the podcast as Brad Leon Diggins III.
Hello, Brad Leon Diggins III.
Thank you.
Very, very good name.
I know. Their song recommendation for producer Sasha is jazz. It's just J space, all capitalized, J space, A space, Z space, Z.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
95.5.
And their question is who would win in each fight? Harper and Robert versus Malcolm and Robert versus Harper, Malcolm and Harper versus Robert. Also, which one of the three would be the funniest to see? I'm just going to put this out. Any win that I'm on the single end of, I'm dead. I'm just dead. Like, you guys got my ass. Harper and Malcolm would just destroy me.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in our ability to.
They have probably about 200 pounds on me.
I was going to say, though, that I think
I'm not over 200 more pounds than you.
You guys together, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Together, you guys, like, in terms of collective weight, I'm only 180.
That's fair.
I think I would lose a 2-on-1 as well. I may be strong enough to fight off like Robert half of Malcolm, but the other half of Malcolm I'm sure would crush me.
I think the issue is I've got here's the thing. I do have like a height advantage. Like I do have like I am 6'6", so it does like play into my strengths, but it also could play into my weaknesses because if you got my legs.
Me and Robert actually have a strategy already to beat you in a fight where
Okay, what is it?
One end of the rope and he holds the other end of the rope and we run around you and tie your legs together like you're an ATST.
Yeah.
So wait, in that regard, I get like you have to like keep me still though. So like you find me, you're like like a thing I want on the ground.
Time relative to your position.
We gotta time it quite right. We just kind of like lightly clothesline you, and then we just run around each other. And
you got it all backwards, Robert. Time relative to Malcolm's position, he would be too slow to recognize what we're doing until it's halfway done. He'd be like,
So I'm in a different like timeline than you guys. So I'm just like everything's moving a lot slower in your timeline for me in particular.
Yeah. You know, like typical video game movie logic. The big guy moves slowly, right?
Yeah,
That's how that works.
I have to. Yeah, I'm like I'm like running through like a pool. Like I'm just like I got that kind of physics behind me.
It's like you're swimming through syrup, and you're.
And then when you hit the ground, you know, we get on top of you and like I don't know, like start shaving your head or something. The source of your power.
We just beat him with rocks like normal humans.
Rocks, I guess.
What's rocks?
Normal fucking people.
Okay, what are these two things? You're like, Robert, you're going like, I'm going to beat him with rocks. And Harper's like, I'm going to shave his head.
We just want to win, Malcolm. We just want to win.
I thought the idea is you have to kill me. Like, I thought that was...
Well, it's just who wins in a fight, not death.
Okay, it's not a death match. All right, that changes my strategy.
Malcolm, you have to kill me.
Harper, he's got a strategy for death matches
Malcolm
versus normal matches.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 2-on-1. I think I have a chance. Like I think I have
both of us.
But yeah, if it was
you probably have the biggest chance out of all of us.
Chance. Yeah, I think so. Like I think I deadlift a lot. I have a lot of strength behind me. A lot of bar squats.
Deadlifting the smoky off the plate into your mouth is not deadlifting.
No, does it have cheese though? That's important.
No.
For some reason.
No.
No. I'm not like doing crazy deadlifts, but I deadlift like 285.
So have we answered it? Malcolm would probably have the greatest chance, but probably we each of us like 2-on-1. The one would probably lose.
I feel like Harper, you have a chance. You have a good chance as well. Like I just feel like you get like. You just say like the power of, and then you like insert some like obscure internet meme from like 2000.
I'll draw on that same source of power that Scott McCoff does.
Yeah,
and McCutchen, excuse me, not McCoff.
Yeah,
I'll draw on the power of anthropomorphic fox girls and slay you. Absolutely. However, I think the funniest combatant would also be me because like, have you ever seen someone try to fight someone? Like, it's just like a random fight. They're outside trying to duke it out and someone throws kicks first before a punch.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
That is a clear indicator to your opponent that A, you've never been in a real fight. And B, you thought that you could win with that kick.
True. They try a spin kick and they're like, they don't even get like 6 feet from them.
Not even a spin kick, just like a round kick. Like you fucking chamber, open and rechamber your fucking leg. And like you took karate when you were 6.
There's only move. Front kick. That's the only kick you can use, and you don't start with that.
You can use a bicycle kick, but like you have to get really lucky with the bicycle kick.
Yeah, you have to hit the balls or nothing at all.
That's like I'm like a dwarf trying to bicycle kick Malcolm in the balls or something.
You're just speed bagging, man. You're speed bagging. You got to dip and die. Why did I choose to fight in Syria?
I can't reach him. I'd have to bend over.
I'm so sticky.
What's going on?
It's like little Rogue One fighters.
He's like the Cyclops off the cliff at the end of Hercules.
The way that Cyclops makes me jiggle, makes me jiggle.
Whoa.
The way the Cyclops jiggles in Hercules is very disturbing.
It is. He's very.
That was like an awakening moment.
They didn't cut anything, if you get what I mean.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the Cyclops I want to get with is Layla from Futurama. Guys, God damn it. God damn it.
His face. It would have been so much funner if we just didn't laugh.
You call Family Guy, hot guy, hot girl heaven.
So here's the question. We've done we haven't done it with this voice though, which I appreciate.
I like this voice. This is a good voice.
I like this character that you come up with. Here's the question. If it's with Sasha,
someone who's actually attracted to the cartoon characters, the character.
Oh, I mean, yeah, what's 2v2? I think Sasha and I could probably take you guys.
You know what? With that thing, that's so offensive that I would destroy you just from that. Just that thought alone.
That thought alone is insulting enough.
Just me and Malcolm coming at you with the Bart Simpson school of like windmilling your arms.
If you run into me, it's your own fault.
I think the issue is that I get a wind machine and Sasha's blowing over because he's so thin.
He was heavier than I am.
You'll also be blowing over too. Listen, we're sturdy. Here's the thing. Harper and I are sturdy, all right? We're sturdy or bulky. We got the bulk.
We're fat as fuck.
Yeah. We're 1920 strong men, all right? You
don't have the diaphragm for it. It just needs the diaphragm to be like a foot out against your chest. That's the 1920 strong man. You have to have the handlebar mustache and
Sasha, please put yourself giving Robert a rousing boxer speech in the corner.
All right, kid. That weak jaw of yours isn't going to hold up another 2 rounds. But you know what you got that your opponent doesn't? Superior reach. So get out there with the left hooks and do what you do best.
Oh, God help him.
And you're spraying him down with the water bottle that looks like a hamster one, you know.
I will just on like a real note. There's a reason why they have weight classes in professional fighting, and I would probably be like a medium, I'm not a bantamweight. I think I'm probably like a light heavyweight.
You're featherweight.
And probably Sasha's like a medium heavyweight or whatever that's called. And both of you guys would probably qualify into heavyweights. So there's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big difference.
Yeah.
The difference? My 15-pound hog. Thank you for coming, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast, everybody.
Put in some outro music there, Sasha. Something open source.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something not copyrighted.
Yeah, we know our copyright.
Okay, thanks.